On this episode of 50 is the New 30, roller rinks are making a comeback. Great news or nightmare for the unathletic?
Your actual dong isn't super smooth like you might think it is.
Cybernetic implants are coming. We will all augment our organic intelligence with onboard artificial intelligence.
For this entire year, we are not going to mention the word poop. We're not going to mention the word poo.
While you're sitting there, you can reach down, you get your little knob going.
You're not shaving your dick. That means you have a hairy dick.
50 is the new 30. 50 is the new 30. 50 is the new 30 now. Right?
Hey, buddy. Good to see you.
Hey, it's good to see you too.
It's good to hear your voice.
It's good to see your face.
What are we talking about today?
Well, first off, Happy New Year. It's a new year.
It is a
2026.
new year.
By the time this comes out, I mean, it'll be far past the appropriate time to still tell somebody Happy New Year.
Yeah.
But
We
I
blew
want to
it.
get your take on New Year's resolutions. Do we, you personally, do you set New Year's resolutions every year or
No,
no?
I gave up on hope about the future a long time ago. So I just don't even bother because I'm like,
But at one point you did?
I used to. And then I was just like, I'll always let myself down, you know? So then I
Yeah.
find when you go long enough and it's like the next new year and you're like doing the thing, oh, I'm going to do that this year. And then you do that 2 or 3 times and you're like, no, I'm not.
Well, you can't pick something that's kind of unachievable, like masturbation. You know, I'm not going to masturbate this year. I mean, okay. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm out in 10 minutes. You know what I mean? So, you know,
That's a commitment.
It's really a marketing ploy for gyms. Yeah, I don't think anybody benefits from the New Year's resolution more than a gym.
I think the people that are already going to the gym are the ones who suffer because all of a sudden every machine's taken, you know, and they're like, oh my God, all these New Year's resolutions a-holes up here. Like, and they're waiting for that 2-3 weeks to go by where they start dropping out, right? And they're like, okay, finally the gym's not, you know, a heinous misadventure anymore.
Yeah, they have this broken down data wise. It's like the second to third week is when it all starts to go back to normal.
Yeah, of course.
People can't last. But we are going to set our own New Year's resolution
Are we now?
right now, Joshua. We are not, for this entire year, we are not going to mention the word poop. We're not going to mention the word poo. We're not going to talk about massive curlers swirling the bowl. Huh?
How can that? I thought you said to pick things that you can do for as if they're going to qualify as, you know,
possible.
decent resolutions for the new year. How are we going to do? We have never done that ever in any episode. Is this like some backhanded way to shut the show down?
No, I suppose I just ruined it by talking about it.
Are you trying to kick me out?
No,
You want to get rid of me?
no, you're my pootner in crime.
You just blew it.
There's a poopner. True, I did it.
You can't.
I
There's
did
no way.
exactly.
We're like 3 minutes. What? I can't. Come on. It's like an addiction.
Okay, well,
Let's not
clean
mess with
it up.
the formula works. Let's not mess with it.
True, the people do tend to like poo.
They
talk.
get the
I
most
don't-
comments. It's always
Yeah.
that sort of thing. And it's
Yeah.
relatable. It's humanizing. I was telling somebody the other day, it's like, okay, look, I know, don't be thrown off by all the like poo-poo talk because, you know, no, it's not a show for 50-year-old guys to talk about like, you know, colon health, right? But then sometimes it is because that's sometimes what we talk about, right? As people in our real lives. So like, why wouldn't this be a reflection of our real lives? But what I like about it is that we're kind of breaking some taboos where people don't want to talk about this stuff. And it's only by talking about it that you realize there are these peculiar differences between us. And I think that becomes like the more interesting, you know, substrate upon which the program is built, because we are humanizing ourselves to people who've never seen us before. Everybody can relate to bathroom stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the point. We want people to connect and open up and talk. I'd challenge the audience right now. Drop a little comment here and talk about talking.
Talk about instead of pooping. Okay, so then if this is fair game, then one thing we haven't talked about, and it kind of came up on the last one where I mentioned how the water splashing up on my rear end was a little refreshing.
We're immediately back into the toilet.
Well, yeah, because you just said this is how people relate to us, and it's.
So I sold you. I convinced you. That was pretty quick.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Cool.
Well, no, because
I like how that was our first resolution, which would seem to indicate like most important, most pressing thing to change.
Okay, so pre-resolution.
It's already gone.
I wanted to discuss. So okay, where I live, and I assume where you live. Well, actually no, but you don't have a bidet in your house.
No, but we have like a little add-on thing. Not a
fire
separate.
Hose?
Huh?
Little fire hose connected to the.
Yeah, a little. It's a brand called Tushy.
Wait, is this a toilet seat or is it a?
It's like
hose?
it goes under the toilet seat, between the bowl and the toilet seat, and you can move a little knob on the side. And
you've never talked about this? I'm just finding this out for the first time. I had to pry this out of you. You know how my pooing, going to work, I've left these comments before, right? And you've never mentioned.
You're pooing going to work? What
no,
comment?
You poo, and
somebody
then
in the audience comments on
no.
Dave's comment right there, because I don't know what he's talking about.
Talking about going to work, cleaning up back there.
Going to work. I actually thought you meant like
you always think I'm going to work. No, I don't poop it. So wait a second.
But if you work from home, you'd kind of do that. You work from home and it violates your no pooping at work rule.
Oh no, it's like the best. Like
you do it on conference calls and video.
I mean, it's half of our conversations with you and I'm doing my business. That's half of our.
Yeah, but I meant at work. You do it at work too, right? Like.
No, okay.
You're on the dumper and you're like, the quarterly figures look bogus, bro. And then you're like, hold on, I got to cash another massive paycheck. And then you're like, okay, I'm back. What's up, money bros?
Yeah.
Anybody see any hoes this weekend? I'm a money bro. Wait, hold on a sec. I got to cash another paycheck. And it's just that. Like,
do you have call waiting? Is there
call
waiting on this phone?
Huh? No.
No, I'm
grabbing the paycheck
that's
just like just coming out of the sky. Got to take, I got one of those ATM machines here where you put the little canister in and it goes to the bank. I am at the bank so much, they just put a tube to my house.
Can you explain and describe this apparatus that you have attached to your toilet?
Yeah, sure. Sure, Dave. It's by a brand called Tushy. You install it on like the lip of the bowl, and it's in the back there, and it's held on by the same two things holding down your toilet seat. They put your toilet seat on over that, and then when you want to activate it, you can do a mode where it comes out and sprays up at your undercarriage, and you can adjust the angle. This is not a sophisticated device. It's just a little water shooter toward the nether regions. But
I'm talking about your butthole.
Well, yeah, but I mean, women would use it also for, other sort of post-coital, freshening up.
So you're missing a big step here.
What's your question?
Walk me through this. You have a little rumbling in your tummy.
Yeah.
Hey, I think I need to visit the restroom, the facilities.
Mm-hmm.
You go. You pull down your panties, you sit down. When you're sitting on the bowl, okay, and something maybe makes a noise, something is exiting, hitting the water. Okay, now you're done, right? Your tummy feels better. Now what?
So while you're sitting there, you can reach down, you get your little knob going. Okay, mine's on the right. Wait a second.
You're doing the knob first before any kind of paper?
Huh?
This is before paper?
The product that I have here in my home bills itself as like total toilet paper replacement.
No.
But I don't buy that, and that's
right.
I don't understand who made the product in a way, because I'm like, I mean, I'd have to have like a fire hose, and like the bathroom stall where I'm going would need like a drain in the floor, like I don't really use mine though. I don't really use it. It's cold. The water's too cold. So I would someday love to invest in like an on-demand warm water bidet. You know, I'd probably use it more, but I don't like that cold water shooting up there.
Okay, that's valid.
I don't enjoy it. I don't like that. And so
That's
it's really
valid.
put me off to it. And then I feel like it's an even bigger mess because the toilet paper we use is super thin because we're on a septic system. And so, you know, you're trying to now dry up and like, you know, toilet paper is not the best for like drying up a fresh, you know,
No.
spray down. So now there's like
No.
more, there's like little like, you know, paper berries going on.
Jesus.
And I'm like, you know, now I got to run the bidet again, right? And I'm splashing the cold water and now I got to dry that off again. And it's just like, so it was a never ending loop. I was in the bathroom for 22 hours a day. So I got rid of I stopped using it. Had to stop using it. Sorry, Tushy. We're not going to get them as a sponsor either. Fuck.
Okay, so yeah, we had one of those toilet seats. You know, you take off your toilet seat, you put this on
Goes
instead.
under the toilet seat.
Yeah, mine was a replacement of the toilet seat, right? And
Fascinating.
it was heated. It was a heated toilet seat. It had the little jet and
Oh
everything connected to it, so it warms
Where do
the
you
water.
plug that in, by the way? The heated seat. What's providing the heat? It's got to be
No, you
plugged
need a
into
plug.
electricity.
Yeah, you got to plug
That's
it
what
into
I'm
a
asking.
socket.
But who's putting a plugger, you know, a receptacle next to the receptacle? The toilet
so
for
we
the
had
fecal
to run.
deposits.
I had to get creative and run an extension cord kind of along the base of the tile and hide it all nice and, you know, get it over there. And you have to make sure it's plugged into a socket that has the little circuit breaker thing in it because, you know, it's next to
GSCI.
water. And then, you know, so we had that and it was lovely. I loved that thing, you know, until we moved and then we didn't take it, you know, and we're not going to take it with us, right? But I did love it. It was a wonderful experience. I enjoyed the go. Yeah, but you need to give it at least a pass, like a one wipe, you know what I mean, with some paper. You can't just rely on the hose, you know what I mean? Unless you're going to sit there, like you're saying, for an hour. Okay, but so we're not talking about
22 minutes on bidets?
And poo and okay. How about this? Because I was going to say, since we're not going to talk about poo and poop, you know, and that kind of stuff anymore, right? That's our resolution. We're not doing it. We're not going to do
Done with that.
Bro,
That's
we're done
behind
with that.
us.
That gives us more time to talk about peepees and wee-wees.
No, I don't want to do that either.
So, but Josh,
Can we leave
you know
like
what I was
all
thinking?
of this behind in the toilet bowl of 2025 and just
Do you
flush
remember
it?
when you were? Do you remember when you were younger, or maybe you didn't?
Sometimes.
Maybe you didn't care when you were younger. Did you care, like if somebody saw your ween?
Oh yeah,
your
of
peen?
course.
You cared, right? You were a
Oh, I
little
didn't- I
ashamed,
didn't
a
do-
little
I didn't
shy to show your
understand.
peen.
The first time I went to like a real locker room where like dudes were just, it was all out there, was like, I don't even know where we were. We went to like a YMCA or something, you know, because like somebody was playing I think it was, geez, I don't know why I was there. That's a good question. I remember some parts of my childhood. This stands out. Anyway, I just remember like the soap on a rope bros, like, you know, the old guys, the old dudes, like, and I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they must have been older than us, but they could have been our age, right? But back then they didn't look like that. So they looked a lot older. But it's just like, you know, everything's out. And I'm like, hold on, the shower, like, where's the like divider? Like, what do you mean you're all in? What? You know, like, and it was like,
they're just out. They're just doing it.
and I was like, what happens with older people that they don't care? Is it something that happens when you get older, or is it just something that is of an older generation, which is not the same thing, right? Like, maybe they, at my age, were cool with it too. I don't know.
It's a good point.
Like, I don't know.
But you personally, though,
like every high school or like school I went to that had like locker rooms was set up this way where everybody's showering together. And I hear that they're not as, like, then it's not necessarily set up like that anymore because they've recognized that people are less and less comfortable being naked around each other.
yeah, I think that's been a while. I mean, even when I was in high school, no one showered.
But they were there.
Together.
Like the facility was
The
built
facility was there, but no one
because
used
they
it.
used to be used, and the assumption was this is just a normal part of life. We have to build this, right? There's a lot of plumbing and a lot of stuff to do. That was just how it was done back then, right? So it was definitely done back then, and then used less and less, or only the football team used it, you know, after a game or whatever. And then, and I guess now I haven't been in any like, school locker rooms lately. So I don't know, but I think I heard that, it's more like closed off and private individual, spaces now.
Okay, so you seem to be going a lot to the locker room. So okay, but just in general, like were you kind of like you're getting intimate with a woman for the first time, and your peen's got to come out at some point, right? So like,
Yeah,
were
but
you a
there's
little
always like,
shy, a
lights
little,
on, lights
a little,
off.
like, oh, there's my peen, and here it is, and it is what it is. You're a grower,
You
not a
laughing at it.
shower. That whole thing. No, but like, so, okay. Or you sidle up to somebody in the public restroom, like at the restaurant that I always show you a picture of the ice and the urinals, right? I'm always sending you that lately, right? There's two urinals right next to each other, right? With a little divider, sure. But that divider's not really, it's not hiding much. When I was younger in my youth, I might be a little bit more like, hey, like I'm going to try to like angle it this way because there's a guy standing next to me, right? Like he might be able to look over at it and I don't want anybody to see my peen. But now I don't care. Go ahead and look at my, take a look. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing. I mean, I'm whatever. Here you go. Like, I don't care.
Are you showing it to somebody right now? What was that move there?
No, but I'm just saying, like, that's, even though I've explained that I feel like my peen is shrinking as I get older, it's getting a little smaller and it's maybe not as glorious as it once was. I don't care anymore. I'm always just like, yeah, whatever. You saw my peen? I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean? Like getting up.
But maybe you
you're
were
in a
embarrassed.
hotel room.
You were embarrassed, but at some point you had a pre-glorious penis, right? Like it became glorious, I'm gathering, right? I mean,
No. It's been glorious for a while.
like from the time you were a child, you just came out with like full adult dick. And
well, no, it's not that.
I don't know. I still don't invite people to look at me at the public restroom like
I'm
you're
not
describing.
inviting. No, okay. Yeah, you go to the doctor, for your annual checkup. He's gonna cup your balls and have you cough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't like to
do
look
you
at
care?
him. I look away. I think the turn your head is for that. They say it's to like, bring up like one of the testicles because there's like somehow your chin is connected to your nuts. I don't understand this. And then, that's something to do with the testicular exam. But I think, like, let's just be honest. It's so you don't have to, it's just so there's no risk of you're looking the doctor eye to eye when that happens. That's really why the practice exists.
Okay,
sure.
but the point is maybe you were a little more bothered by it when you were younger. And as you've gotten older, you're just like, yeah, whatever. There's a guy cupping my balls. Whatever.
It's usually cold in the doctor's office, Like, I don't feel like I'm at my best in the doctor's office.
Okay, shrinkage.
Or it's like, am I getting judged for like any kind of manicuring or manscaping?
Well, yeah. Hell
like,
yeah.
am I getting judged by the doc who I've seen this doctor for 18 years? Like, I don't, it's weird.
Yeah, he's seen it all.
I know he's seen it
hairy
all,
nuts,
but like,
your hairy nuts in his hand.
it still makes me a little uncomfortable.
You feel like he's judging the grooming.
I mean, everything's open to who knows, like, and just you're literally exposing stuff that's usually kept under wraps, man. It's private. They call it your private parts. You ever hear that expression?
Okay, so you have actively thought while your nuts are being caressed and cupped gently by the doctor that you're like, hey, I got some hairy nuts and he's gonna judge me, right?
It's less that now. Now as I mature, it's more like, okay, this guy's seen it all, but I wonder how I compare. This guy's doing this every day for 20 years. And I just he would know, like I could probably look down and look him in the eye and ask him, how do I compare?
And how old is this doctor?
While he's doing it. And then I could like get the answers that I seek, right? Like, I mean, he's a wealth of knowledge. Why not try? Why not do that? But like, I'm afraid, like you said, I'm afraid. I don't want it to get uncomfortable.
Does it matter if he's attractive?
No, it's the same guy in my case, because I've been going there for 18 years. Hello? So I'm not like a doctor, like ball cup doctor shopping. I have the same guy.
Yeah, but what? Okay, if your doctor
I don't
was to
audition
skip
new doctors
town,
every time I need a nut inspection.
If your doctor skipped town and some young hot shot, you know what I mean? He's a resident. You know what I mean? He's doing his thing. He's
Well, he
young.
probably hasn't seen as many balls and stuff. So I don't know if I value his opinion the same way.
But that would make a difference to you? He's 6'2".
Just because of the experience, not because of what he looks like. I'm just more probably age prejudiced than.
Okay.
I mean, like, what if it was like some hideous, like troll person?
Well, okay. Yeah. I mean, would that make
be
you feel better?
different for you?
No, I don't care. I don't care.
You don't care if troll people
Especially
look at your junk.
When I got not a single, you know what I mean? I'm freshly shaved, baby. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I got there is no hygiene issues for me. I'm like, feel them soft nuts. You know what I mean?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Cup of that in your hand. You know, he's not reaching down there and going, ow, and got drawing a little blood. You know what I'm saying? Like you, some fucking thorn bush down there, right? No, it's like, oh, hey.
Too long to be pokey.
Nice. It's probably nice. It's probably, you know, a breath of fresh air for the doctor. You know what I'm saying? When I come to town. That's all.
You think so? You think you're in like the minority now?
Well, hey, wait a second. Like this is different. This is a different feeling that I'm used to.
But like, what do you think that like you're different than like, you know, a lot of adult men nowadays? Like,
no,
you just feel like you're the only one that does that.
No.
So when you're at the public urinal and you're checking out other people's work down there, what do you see? Are they mostly bare, naked? Or are they like manicured, or, you know, are they bald? Yeah, as you do that, roll your tongue around in your cheek. What do they say? What do you see? Don't talk to them. Just get the surveillance for me. What happens?
You can't really see the balls. You might see
it hypnotize you back to the last time you did this.
You can you can make out a knob from your peripheral vision. You can see a knob. You're not seeing nuts. You know what I mean?
I don't. Yeah, I just meant like, you know, the grooming overall. I know you're not seeing nuts. I mean, just like the top side grooming, like, you know.
I can't answer that question. I've seen the little mushroom cap, but I haven't.
All right. Well,
accidentally.
Could you just do a better job next time?
I will. But Josh, when I'm shaving my balls and I'm getting them all cleaned up, right? Okay, if I was to go like 2 days, okay, if I go 2 or 3 days, that's like that's pushing it, because it itches like a motherfucker. If you start you can't. You gotta keep that thing done up. Yeah. But I do notice, hey, like, you know, as I've gotten older, you know, your shaft, your actual dong, isn't super smooth like you might think it is. There's a hair or two that do kind of maybe go on past the border. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? Where you think maybe it shouldn't be there. Like, why? It's like a hairy dick. You know what I mean? And it's like, wait, so you gotta like clean that thing up too. So you're not shaving your balls. You're not shaving your dick. That means you have a hairy dick.
But that's
Heather.
That's normal, right?
I want to talk to Heather right now.
Well, she's not available.
No, I'm addressing this to Heather. I'm sorry. I'm
still not available. She's not seeing this.
Behalf of men.
Oh, hopefully nobody's seeing this.
I'm sorry. Okay, back to our regular schedule programming.
Why aren't we getting more subscribers?
So, housekeeping. We're starting 2026 at 2928. I think 2,928 as of this recording. I think it was 31, and we lost 3 this week because I have a theory. People are in that resolution mindset, and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna get fucking fit, right? I'm gonna exercise. I'm gonna eat better. I'm gonna go through all my bullshit fucking subscriptions and maybe unfollow crap that I followed. You know, I have a theory. It's kind of that. There's a little housekeeping that people are doing themselves.
So that's why we lost 3 people.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. But yeah, we've also gained some new people that like and enjoy poo talk.
That's good. I guess we need to find celebrities that are down with the poop talk.
You know, I'm very tense lately, Josh.
Yeah.
And you're not. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you for not being tense. You're over there eating gummies, and you're fucking napping, and you're playing with your kids, and and you're being a better husband and all that shit. And it's like, great, because you don't have your job anymore, right? I'm all fucking look, this whole fucking interview, I've been doing this. Fucking my earlobes are on my shoulders, right? Fucking, I can't relax, right? Because
that doesn't wash off with the bidet.
No, and I don't have a bidet. I used to. I don't. But this brings me to another thing, Joshua. Things that we've never done before. Something I've never done before in my life. I've never smoked pot. I've never had a gummy.
Wow.
The furthest thing for me, like in terms of like going towards that, is smoking some Egyptian hookah at Egyptian hookah joint somewhere, which was fucking super heavy, and I couldn't even walk to the bathroom, right? Like,
but that's tobacco. It's tobacco.
Okay, this was a long time ago in Vegas. It's some fucking Egyptian hookah bar. I don't do it anymore because it's fucking awful for you. It's fucking awful for you. And I was like, God damn it, I just smoked the shit out of the hookah back in the day, right? But anyway, I've never done anything that's like THC or any kind of marijuana or anything in my entire life.
It's amazing.
Is it?
I mean, I wasn't like way into it. I had a very negative reaction to it for, like the first, I don't know, like 20, 25 years that I would have been around it, like I didn't enjoy it. So I stayed away, but you can't avoid it almost, like, especially didn't you grow up in some like, kind of mountain valley town out in the wastelands?
Yes. Where everybody's
like, there's
smoking
nothing
pot.
else to do but drink and, do and drug. And
I did my share of drinking, but everybody, that our friend Bleep, who used to be in the band with us, both Bleeps, but we knew several people that were you could call them potheads back in the day. I don't know if anybody's a pothead anymore. That's like an older, like, you're smoking a doob at lunch in the quad.
No,
you're
they're definitely,
pothead, right?
They're definitely potheads. Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do you mean because nobody would call them that anymore because it's like legal? It doesn't stand out the same way? Or like that nobody does it? The behavior's still there for sure.
Okay. So
I don't know what we call them.
I knew plenty of people. We all knew plenty of people. They're always smoking, smoking a J. You know what I mean? They're all
You're never curious? You were never like...
Yeah, I always knew like, okay, when I was growing up, I always had the awareness that I think I have a quasi, and I think everybody does, addictive personality. Like once I start gambling, I want to keep gambling, right? If I'm drinking, I want to keep, it's like I have that. And I always thought to myself, man, I want to do something and like it and then go down that road. And everybody I knew who did it back in high school and growing up, we're all fucking losers. And just to be honest, potheads and quasi losers, every one of them, right? They weren't fucking math whizzes, you know what I mean? Not using a calculator and shit, you know what I mean? Like, these guys were fuck ups. And so I always had that as my role model or my examples. At some point, my wife and I, she's never had anything like this either. Maybe, one day we've said, in the future, somewhere down the line, we'll put on our little, like, onesie pajamas and, you know what I mean, sit on the couch and, with like, some tea and maybe pop a gummy or something. I don't know, or light some candles and shit.
Just
you know
don't
what I mean?
overdo
Just
it.
see.
Just start low. Start with the real low dose. Don't overdo it because then it'll be miserable.
Okay, good advice.
You can have a nice experience even if it just relaxes you but doesn't get you, high.
Yeah, I want to go from this to this.
Well, it might do that, but I'll tell you if in my case, and it's not as bad right now, but like the first many like rounds of gummies that I had tried, it was the opposite of what people describe, which is I could feel like every pain in my body. And there were so many parts of my body that hurt. So you have to be careful with how much you sort of depend on anything. But thankfully, I don't have like a compulsion to do. If I'm had something in my system and I'm high, I'm not like, I want more of this. I want more of this. I want more of this.
Mm-hmm.
But with alcohol, I'm like that. With alcohol, I'm like, I want more of this feeling. I don't want this feeling to go away. I want to stay here.
What about a penis in your mouth? Same thing. So you want more, right? And there is one's a slippery slope. Slippery slope, Josh. If you take off your glasses and you smoke a J, Can you see?
No.
Or is that only like glaucoma and shit?
Do you mean like you want it to reverse vision
Yeah.
loss?
I want it to reverse penis shrinkage. Pull me back the way I was. When I smoke a J, it goes back to 9.5, you know?
I'm like the gummies representative here. Like you're negotiating with me. I gotta like make you special promises so that you'll,
No, but
use
there's health benefits.
use my employee.
A lot of old people will take it because it makes them, like if you have cataracts or you have glaucoma or you have something, doesn't it like make things better? And
I don't know what the therapeutic effect on glaucoma is. I would assume it somehow reduces the amount of, stuff or like the blur. I don't know. It must have some healing effect, right? Or unless, is glaucoma painful? I didn't think so. Well, I don't know. I can't promise you that it's going to fix your penis size, but you're not going to be as bothered by your penis size. It's fine. Like, just do it.
I'm not worried about my penis size. I was talking about my eyes. You heard penis.
You said penis. Don't edit it out, you son of a bitch. You also said penis shrinkage. You wanted
I
it to
said
fix
my
that too.
eyes were kind of go bad and from time to time, get a little blurry, and maybe that would help. That's all.
And then you said, okay.
Did you have anything? Any other topics before we go?
Hold on.
Pretty sure THC is going to be our new word, especially if I start taking gummies.
Did you know that roller rinks are making a comeback?
Loved the roller rink when I was a kid. I was a speed skater when I was 9 years old.
No, I hated. No, that's incredible. What do you mean a speed skater? Like you were just a guy that would knock down little kids?
No. We had there was
rink.
speed skate teams and stuff. Like when you watch like the Olympics, like the Winter Olympics, and they do like the 4 people and going around the track with the cone. Like the little, not the cone, but the skating.
That's an Olympic thing?
On the ice, but yeah, I did it on the roller rink. I was a good, fast little kid, man. I could do it. I could jam backwards.
Could you skate backwards?
Oh fuck yeah! Like you get like
wow.
Yeah, you throw in some Stevie Wonder and some other show.
Did you learn a backflip?
No,
I saw that a couple times.
No, never backflipped, but I could do some skating, man. I love the roller rink. My wife and I went to a roller rink when we started dating, however long ago. And
God, did you just totally like leave her in the dust? Like, bye.
No, I mean, it had been since I was a kid, that I had skated. And we were in jeans and it wasn't very skating friendly attire, if you will. And it was just kind of impromptu and it was kind of a seedy part of town. Right? It was like fucking 3 PM. We just kind of just said, hey, look, there's a roller rink. Let's go. We're go. And we get the skates that are, a million people's disgusting, nasty feet had been in. And then power through that.
Did you care about that back then?
I did. But I powered through. And so we get on the rink. Yeah, I took her out a few times. I full on took her out. Like
you crashed into her? Like you just
crashed, or I'm trying to stop.
Body checked her?
Because it used to be like I would just stop sideways. You know what I mean? You're hauling ass, and then you just right. I do that cool ass kind of skid stop, and then come out onto the off the floor or whatever. Yeah, I tried that.
I never really figured out how to stop. No.
Well, I took her out. And
so you didn't.
I dropped her.
So, but what if you had gone? What if you you could have gotten it back though? You think, right?
Yeah, I mean, no, I started getting back, but the whole skidding out stop.
Okay, but that kid practiced a lot. You got to just practice a little bit. But he's still in there.
It's still there. Yeah.
You could do this. Get yourself some little shorts.
Yeah.
Booty shorts and
yes.
Be out there. Booty shorts, going commando. That's like your dream.
Yes. Yes.
Watching Thriller on the drop screen at the end of the rink.
Cruising around, right?
This week on 50 is the new 30.
I love the roller skating rink.
We go commando.
Outside
booty
of the
shorts at
skating,
the roller rink.
The roller rink also had Galaga. I dropped some coin on some Galaga.
Did you revisit that on the date with the wife?
No, but I got it on my Xbox so I can play it at home. She's seen me jam on that thing, and I've impressed her.
Wow,
like Alec.
She must really love you.
2026, still no flying cars, so we're gonna keep that tracker going until we actually have some fucking flying cars. See when that actually hits.
Okay. Well, what's the tracker at right now?
Well, it's 2026 and we
tracking?
don't have flying cars,
What
motherfucker.
would that tracker look like? Like if you had to visually make it interesting.
Whenever, like, how close we are to the Jetsons.
The still zero. Since like when did people start thinking about flying cars? Like the 40s?
I guess Jetsons has been around a long
I'm
time.
just saying it would be a really dumb graphic.
All right,
Cool.
buddy. I love you.
Say no to drugs.
I love your two mouths, second mouth and your first mouth.
It's disturbing me. Okay.
All right, man.
All right.
It's
All
good
right
talking
then.
to you.
Good talking to you. Love
All right.
you.
Love you too. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye now.